Hey y'all, welcome back to Pretty Special Mysteries, where we highlight the voices, the stories, and the justice that needs to be served for women we lose too often to violence and neglect. In this episode, we're diving into a story that still shakes the community. Episode 2, The Case of Keysha Preston, a woman whose life was tragically taken by someone she trusted. It's a story of love, betrayal, and the lengths to which a mother will go to protect her children and children who are completely innocent. Keysha was 41 years old when she disappeared. A proud mother of 3, she lived in Houston, Texas, where she was known for her vivacious spirit and her deep love for her children. A mother first and always, Keysha was loved by those around her. She wasn't just someone's mom. She was a bright soul who lit up every room she walked into. But behind that smile, Keysha was hiding something. Something that ultimately led to her untimely death. Let's rewind and talk about the life of this remarkable woman. Keysha was known as someone who was resilient. She raised her kids through hardships, navigating the struggles of life and doing it with grace. And as a woman, she had dreams of a brighter future for herself, dreams that tragically would never come to fruition. Keysha's relationship with Sean Preston, her ex-husband, was far from ideal. The two shared 3 children, but there was always something dark lurking behind the scenes. Keysha confided in her family members about the abuse she suffered at his hands. In fact, her mother has shared that Keysha reported Sean for SAing a child relative shortly before her disappearance. Keysha warned people about the kind of man Sean was. And that takes a lot. I can't imagine taking vows before God, being married to someone, pledging to love, honor, and care for them, and then I walk in on them doing the most heinous, vile, unthinkable action to a child, an innocent child. For most of us, anger and rage would take over. But Keysha was smarter than that. She went where she knew she needed to go. The authorities to report Sean. I love that for her. And I want all women to be that strong. The last time Keysha was seen was on November 24th, 2021. Surveillance footage showed her entering a motel room in Houston with none other than Sean, the man who had been her partner turned abuser. They were seen entering the room around 9 p.m., but only 2 came in because Keysha never came out, which was interesting in a negative way because she always stayed in touch with her family. However, that night, she didn't answer any calls. Her family knew something was wrong when she didn't show up for her children the next day. And like too many women, Black and Indigenous, even certain categories of white women. The police were slow to take action. It wasn't until December 1st, 2021, when a search warrant was executed at the motel, that the situation grew even darker. This is my thing. Women are one of the most vulnerable species on the planet. The most dangerous time for a woman is when she's pregnant or even married. This is not okay. We need better laws on protecting women. What investigators found during their search was nothing short of horrific. You see, Keysha was believed to have been murdered in that hotel room, with her body dismembered and discarded. Sean, he was arrested quickly and swiftly and charged with her murder, though the details remain fuzzy. However, his history of abuse and the fact that Keysha had left a paper trail in trying to escape suggests a motive driven by control, fear, and a complete disregard for not only human life, but the life he vowed to protect her as a partner. How can two spouses be so different? One vows to love and protect and murders, and the other stands up to vow and protect, but pivots away from it for an innocent child. Keysha told her family she was scared. She told them she was afraid of Sean. She had tried to leave, but studies show it takes an abused woman 7 times to leave their partner before they complete it successfully. Keysha was believed to have been trapped in a cycle of manipulation, fear, and emotional abuse. Her tragic fate underscores the importance of listening to survivors and victims. And that is what we are doing on this podcast today. Her children, now growing up without their mother, will never understand why their lives were turned upside down, their innocence and sense of security lost in a single violent act of betrayal. I gotta be honest, y'all. Keysha's story should be a wake-up call for all of us. Domestic violence is real. It's in our communities. It's in our backyards. Someone we know right now may be going through it, because it's not just physical bruises. It's mental manipulation, like gaslighting. It's emotional abuse, constantly moving the bar and making someone thinking that they're not good enough. It's power dynamics that are hard to break free from. For example, control with money, control with other finances, control with where you work, how you wear your hair, and failure to comply, resulting in physical violence. Keysha's death, her disappearance, and the eventual discovery of her body serve as a painful reminder of the kind of love that should cease to exist in all relationships. Now, don't get me wrong. Love is love. But when that love becomes violent, when that love is full of control, when that love is one-sided, it's time to go. It's time to think about the bigger picture. And I know I can sit here and say it's easier said than done to leave. But the stakes of staying behind are far too high and far too sinister. Even in death, Keysha's legacy is being carried forward. Her mother has become an advocate for survivors of domestic violence. When her mother felt the police weren't doing enough, she took to social media. She uses her voice to spread awareness about what happened to her daughter and to ensure that her story doesn't get lost in the shuffle. So we say her name, Keysha Preston, a sister, a mother, a daughter, a wife, even though it was to the absolute wrong person. Gone too soon and stolen from her children by someone she trusted and created them with. So today we remember her, and today we speak her truth. Thank you for joining me today. As always, remember, no one is coming to save us. We have to save each other. So if you like this episode, share it. Remember to like and subscribe. And if you have a story that needs to be told, I am willing to tell it. This has been Pretty Special Mysteries, Episode 2, Keysha Preston. I'll catch y'all next time. Remember to stay safe, stay woke, and stay vigilant.